Hi there guys, today we're going to be taking a look at Utopia Computers SABRE-13. Now we've had a number of different notebooks and systems from these guys before, but if you aren't familiar with them, here's a quick introduction. So Utopia Computers are based in Kilmarnock, Scotland. They've been supplying the UK with pre-built systems since 1993, and actually last year they branched out and expanded their shipping territory beyond the UK. And they've also begun offering custom paint designs on a vast array of their different product offerings. And in fact, it's also worth noting that all of their products which they ship out to their customers come in this very robust packaging here. And they offer a huge 10-year warranty with a 30-day collect and return, and they provide lifetime technical support. So, just thinking on those things which I've just mentioned there, it kind of just highlights that these guys are, they're serious and they mean business. And don't just take our word for it. You can go over to their social media pages. There's loads of positive customer feedback over there, and also on sites like Trustpilot. So SABRE-13 is a 13-inch gaming notebook which has been coated in Utopia's Ktm Crossbow Orange. And this unit is laden with hardware from brands such as Intel, Nvidia, Crucial, Samsung and many more. Now our particular sample today is priced just over the £1,500 mark, and it includes some of those extras such as that custom paint job. So without further delay, let's jump in and take a look at this new piece of kit. So as we've previously reported, all of Utopia's systems arrive in this rather unique packaging which they call Utopian Transit Armour. So as you can see, this box presents us with some extra protection while the system is on its way with the courier. And having that sturdy box like that for the outer packaging means that any knocks or any bangs can be taken from this wood material rather than the flimsy cardboard which can rip and tear. Now moving into this box, we can see that there is even more packaging. The notebook itself is placed within a standard cardboard box, and this is the usual thing that you get from a standard retailer, and they will actually just send that in the post. So you can appreciate the extra protection that Utopia has gone to here with that outer packaging, and you can see the extra benefits that that brings. Now inside this box we have a booklet which comes with all the systems. You can see here we've got various bits of information. Firstly, we've got some information actually about the SABRE-13, the inspiration behind it and the sorts of things that you can expect from it. And there's also a checklist in there from the technician which has put it together, and that's been signed off to show that that is fully working. And also in there you've got the certificate of ownership. We've got some games there from Nvidia, so you can drop those onto the notebook and get going with those. On the inside cover there, we've got the quick start guide, and then we've got the driver CD with the utilities, the user manual. Got a nice 8.1 Windows 8.1 CD there. That is the full version, so that's really good to see. Often you get a notebook, you get a system, and you don't actually get that CD, so that's really good to have that. And as an added bonus, we've got some Highland toffee there. These guys are from Scotland, so they include that, so you can be chomping away on that when you've got your notebook and you're booting it up for the first time. So those are some of the extra benefits that you get from the packaging, the documentation. But we've also got this bag here which comes with all Utopia orders. You can see inside there are a number of extras here. We've got a Cooler Master t-shirt. We've got the Razer Elite pack, so that's got some nice little swag inside. We've got the pen, all sorts of little things, the wrist strap. I think there is a lanyard there, and also a cable tidy. So these little things are a bonus, and you get them with all orders from Utopia. Now inside the notebook box we have the unit which is being covered in a plastic sheet, and we've got the polystyrene blocks there to further safeguard it while it's in transit. And we've also got inside the box there the charging unit and the power cable. So this is nice and slimline, and it actually isn't too heavy. So with the packaging now out of the way, we can take a look at the actual notebook itself. Now the spec that we've been supplied today includes the following. We've got an Intel Core i7-4810MQ, which is quad core. It's 2.8 GHz and it will boost up to 3.8. We've got 16 gig of Crucial Ballistic Sport DDR3, which is 1600 MHz. We've got an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 860M, which has 2 gig of DDR5, and that is DirectX 11 ready. We've got two 250 gig Samsung Evo M-SATA SSDs, which are configured in RAID 0, so you've got a quick boot up and also the transfer rates. And for the main storage there, we've got the 1 TB Seagate Hybrid SATA 6G. Now some of the additional stuff there that we've got, aside from the core components, we've got the Creative Sound Blaster Cinema HD audio, we've got the Intel Gigabit LAN and Wi-Fi, which is 300 meg, and the Bluetooth. And this notebook comes with Windows 8.1 64-bit, and we've got the DVD there, which we've already seen, and also the license. And as with all notebooks and systems from Utopia, SABRE-13 is available in a custom paint setup, and actually Utopia are the very first system builder within Europe to offer fully custom painted notebooks. So the unit itself doesn't just have the lid painted, the entire wrist area is coated as well. Now Utopia used their very own metallics custom paint for this, and this is high quality automotive grade. And actually the paint team that Utopia are using have previously worked for the likes of the Vauxhall Rally team. So then this kind of highlights the experience that these guys have got. And there are lots of different shades that you can go for, and you can actually opt out of having the custom paint if this isn't your thing, as there is an extra fee there for having such a luxury. But anyway, this particular sample that we're looking at today is the Ktm Crossbow Orange, and as you can see the colour is very lively and eye-catching. And as an additional venture, Utopia has teamed up with Cooler Master to extend this custom paint job into the peripheral line. So here we've got the Pulsar gaming headset and the Reaper gaming mouse, which has been given this same matching colour as our notebook. And so if you're wanting to put a unique stamp on your kit, Utopia will paint this too and splash on a bit of colour. So the only distinguishing feature on the lid of SABRE-13 is the Utopia logo, which has been printed on there, and as we flip the notebook over, there are a variety of different areas which offer ventilation for the internal components, and we have 4 rubber pads to help prevent the unit from slipping on smooth surfaces, and there is a Windows 8.1 label to demonstrate that this is definitely genuine. Now over towards the back of SABRE-13, there is a 6-cell battery which is 5600 mAh, which will offer you up to around 5 hours of uptime. Obviously this is going to be dependent upon the nature of the usage, but if you're using it for a general type of tasks, then that 5-hour figure is what you're going to be able to achieve. Over on the left side of SABRE-13, there is some additional ventilation there for the graphics card, and heat will push its way out of there when games are being played and when that graphics card is loaded. Now on the side section here, we have a single USB 2 port and the audio jacks for the headphone and microphone. Over on the other side, there is a trio of USB 3 ports and then 2 video outputs. Those are the HDMI and the VGA for feeding out to an external display. Utopia also include a gigabit LAN port for networking and that DC in port for charging the battery. As its name suggests, SABRE-13 has a 13.3 inch screen, and for a limited time Utopia are actually providing a free upgrade to a QHD Plus 3K glossy IPS display, which we're using today. And so this screen is capable of up to 3200 by 1800 resolution, so this is super clear and very precise. Now at the top of this panel there is a 2 megapixel webcam integrated so that you can speak to friends and family or even business associates over applications such as Skype. Utopia has given SABRE-13 a sleek and stylish LED backlit keyboard which sits on a metallic looking plastic panel. Now this keyboard follows a condensed layout, so there isn't a numpad as such, and you can see that even the touchpad and the power buttons have been given that lick of paint, and this really demonstrates how extensive that paint job is. Right guys, well I'm sure you're all really interested as to how SABRE-13 performs when we chuck some of the games at it, so I'm going to load them up, some of those benchmarks, just to give you a better understanding of how the performance is in some of the popular gaming titles. So we'll start with Tomb Raider. So if I just go into the options, you'll see that we've got it set to 3200 for the resolution. We've got VSync off, and we've got it set to quality mode on normal, as this is a mid-range notebook. So let's click OK, going straight into the game. Okay, start benchmark, and actually I'll just get my microphone close to that GPU fan just to give you an idea of how it sounds when it's loaded. Okay, so for the average frame rate there, we've got 38.4, which is fairly reasonable. The max is 46, and then minimum was 31. Okay, next up we've got Thief. Going to the options just to check. Yep, we're on 3200. VSync I will turn off again, just so that we don't get any capped frame rate. We'll go straight in. Okay, let's just check the detail level first of all. Right, the preset's set to normal, so we'll leave it on that for now, and we'll go straight into the benchmark. Okay, so there are the results. We've got an average of 20.4, max 30.8, and then the minimum is at 13.8. So not the greatest results there. Does appear to struggle a bit, and I think because of the resolution from that 3K screen, the GTX 860M is kind of struggling with the 2 gig of memory. Okay, the final benchmark that I want to show you is Dirt Showdown. So we'll just go straight into the graphics options. Okay, we need to set that to 3200 by 1800. We've got the multi-sampling on 4 times. VSync is off. Preset for the detail level, we'll set that to high for this one. And then right at the bottom, run benchmark. Okay, so there's the results. As you can see, 45 for the average, and then the minimum was 38. So does slightly better in the older titles, and you know, with the newer ones, kind of did show a bit of a sign of struggle. It really just depends on the gaming title that you're going to be using. As you can see there, we had that set on high, and it was relatively smooth. So nice kind of feedback and smooth frame rate. So there you have it, that's the new SABRE-13 from Utopia Computers. And it's always really great to get kit from these guys as it arrives in that transit armour. And even just recently we had some visitors over, they were looking at the box and saying, you know, what is this all about? And so it's unique, it's interesting, and it's a great talking point. You know, it's clearly evident from the way that Utopia package their products and those countless perks such as the huge 10-year warranty and that current offer of the free upgrade to the 3K display, that they are really passionate and really keen to please the customer. You know, once again with this release, we've been impressed by what we've been presented with, and inside there we've got the reliable hardware from reputable brands, and we've also got that great option of being able to furnish the outside in a particular colour. Orange might not be your thing, but you know, there's loads of different tones, loads of different colours to choose from, just to make things a little bit different. The only reservation that I actually have with this particular spec is the super high resolution of the 3800 pixels can put the graphics card under a bit of strain in some of the most recent titles if you're wanting to play them at high settings. And so to achieve a comfortable frame rate, we could do with really swapping out the GTX 860M. But aside from that, it's all good news, and actually we've got a special promotion running at the moment with Utopia. So if you use the word Vortez at checkout in the discount code, you can grab £100 worth of free gaming goodies, and that covers any system. So if you're thinking about grabbing something from Utopia, be sure to use that. Right then guys, well that pretty much covers everything today. Thanks very much for taking the time out to watch this video. As usual, the full review will be in the description with a more comprehensive list of benchmarks, which include the temperatures and the battery uptime among other things. So take care, and I'll see you in the next video.